Hello everyone and welcome back to Rick's Garage. Exciting episode today for my fellow Honda Civic owners because I think I may have just gotten my hands on the world's best security system for your wheels and tires.
Say hello to the bad side. My emotion is flatline. Hungry demon, what I'm seeing is snack time. When I rush in to grab, I better run from the path line.
Having something you worked hard for stolen from you is one of the worst feelings someone can experience. Not only is it an invasion of your space and sense of security, well, it's downright embarrassing. Now, generally speaking, thieves are lazy. Yes, I mean that they don't want to get a real job to make money lazy, but they're even lazy in their thievery. These wieners want the biggest payout for the least amount of effort, so anything that you or I can do to make their job more difficult will make it more likely for us to hold onto our property. According to AAA, a set of wheels are stolen in the US every 93 seconds, and guess what kind of car was number 2 on the NICB's most stolen vehicle list? That's right. That means that the wheels and tires on our Civics are in demand and are prime targets for thieves. Since there's no serial numbers to track them like a vehicle's VIN, there's no way to prove ownership, so nobody even bothers to ask when a thief puts them up for sale. Obviously, I know that wheel theft, although unfortunate, is a thing. And Miss Vicky's new HFP wheels and Pilot Sport tires aren't exactly cheap, so to protect my investment, I was previously running a set of locking wheel nuts. Now, if you've been living under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about, locking lugs work just like regular lug nuts, but require a special socket with a unique pattern to remove them. They're pretty much the industry standard when it comes to wheel security, but therein lies the problem. Because they're so common, there's commercially available tools to remove them, and depending on the design, thieves can just smash a socket onto one and remove it with an impact gun. The other big problem with locking wheel nuts is thieves know exactly where to find that special socket. No, there's no inside guy at your local dealership working with the criminal underground. They know that it has to be nearby in case of a flat tire, so it'll be tucked away in either your trunk or your glove box, and after that it's just... and your wheels are gone. If all this talk has got you concerned about finding your car on blocks one day, don't worry. A company by the name of Rimgard has solved all the major problems with their awesome wheel lock system. Right out of the box, you can see what makes this system pretty unique. Unlike your normal locking wheel nuts, this cover plate secures all the studs at the same time. The only way a thief is getting your wheels is if they can remove the whole assembly, which when we get to the install, I'll show you just how difficult Rimgard has made that job. Before we get to that, a couple of things to note. For you alloy guys out there, the keepers themselves are made of a nice thick chunk of 6082 aluminum, which is a wrought aluminum alloy, which for the rest of the viewers means that it won't easily fracture like cast aluminum if you try to bend it. It also has about a 10% higher tensile strength than the popular 6061 alloy. The locking mechanism is made by Assa Abloy, which is one of the world's biggest manufacturers of quality locks. It also uses an actual key that gets attached to your keyring, so it eliminates the risk of leaving it in the car for thieves to find. The kit comes with 2 keys and an ID card to order replacements, just in case. Let's swing over to the car and see how it all works. Alright, the first step is to remove the center caps. In the kit, Rimgard includes some butyl putty that you use to remove them. Now, I'm not exactly sure why, but these caps did not want to come out of my HFP wheels. If yours misbehave in the same way, you're going to have to remove the wheel in order to pop them out from the back side of the rim. Once all the caps are out, the first piece of the locking system gets installed. The threaded backing ring folds in half to get it into the rim and braces itself on the inside lip using these metal ears. Once it's in, make sure one of these tabs is lined up with one of the wheel nuts. The cover plate is next, and on the back side there's a raised ring that braces itself on the outside lip of the rim. The good thing is that it makes contact underneath the center cap area, so there's no worry of scratching up the face of the rim. This notch lines up with the tab on the backing ring, and while you carefully hold it in place, use Rimgard's special tool to thread the cover plate into the backing ring. Use the supplied Allen wrench to snug everything down and insert a locking cylinder. Once all the teeth line up, a quarter turn of the key gives you peace of mind that your wheels will stay on your car right where they belong. Reinstall the center cap into the cover plate, and at first glance it could almost be factory equipment. I think these things look pretty cool, and getting a bit closer you'll notice the tight fit of the cover plate. There's not a lot of space to get a tool in there to pry them off, and the rims would be damaged in the process, drastically reducing their resale value, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of stealing them. Speaking of the fit, there's two things that you're going to need to be aware of. First, thanks to Honda, there are two different lengths of wheel nuts that could be on your Civic. Automotive YouTuber and all-around nice guy Pawin found this out the hard way during his Rimgard install. His 2020 SI had longer wheel nuts from the factory, preventing the cover plates from fitting correctly. The second thing isn't as big of a deal, but if the back of your center caps look like this, you'll need to trim off the prongs in order for the caps to sit nice and flush in the cover plates. Now, not to worry, these are only used for alignment when the caps are first assembled. Honda uses adhesive on the entire back surface of the H, so even without those prongs, it's not going to be falling off on you. I find the best way to decide if something is right for you is to weigh the pros against the cons, and overall I can only see a few small drawbacks to this product. First off, their application is limited to OEM wheels. Now, this could be considered a drawback, but it also means that the locks are specialized to OEM wheels, so I guess it depends on how you look at it. There's also more parts and pieces compared to other security solutions. The install and removal is more involved, and how this will affect you will depend entirely on how often you take the wheels off your car. The biggest drawback is the potential of having to get your wheels repaired or refinished because of failed theft attempts. This could be a painful reality if some meathead thief takes a challenge-accepted attitude when facing these locks, but it'll mean that Rimgard's done their job and you still have wheels on your car. All of these drawbacks don't amount to much when you compare them to the advantages you get with Rimgard's system. First off, just by design, Rimgard's setup is more secure than other wheel locks. Because they deny access to all the lug nuts, there's no special tool or trick to use to get your wheels. They picked a very durable aluminum alloy for construction. The locking mechanism is made by Assa Abloy, which uses a key that stays with the owner and not the car. Lastly, which I think is a pretty significant one, is the appearance. For a locking system, well, it doesn't really look like a locking system. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Personally, I thought the gloss black looked a little weird on the satin HFP wheels, so I reached out to one of BC's best wheel repair facilities for help. The folks over at Panther Precision Machine, located in Surrey, BC, know wheels inside and out, and they expertly color matched the locks and center caps to my rims for a seamless look. HFP equipment is a little bit of an exception, but Rimgard's locks are normally available in either black or silver, which match most other OEM Civic wheels. Personally, I think the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks to trust Rimgard with your Civic's wheels. I've included a link to Rimgard's website down in the description for information on how to order a set of your own. I'm super excited to have these locks on my car, and I'd like to thank Rimgard for reaching out and letting me try out their product. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, and I would love to hear all your thoughts about this product down in the comments. While you're here, hit the subscribe button with notifications for updates on all of my new content. I'm Rick the Welder, and as always, thank you all very much for watching.